Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Elena from LEA Growing People. Let's wait a couple of minutes, that at least get 1 p.m. when we are ready to start. I'm so excited to be with you this morning. Yay, so we're gonna spend some time together. I'm so excited. Yay. We still have a couple of minutes more before 1 p.m. arrive. I want to be sure I'm starting with everybody in. If you would love to introduce yourself, you people that you're watching, name and surname, so at least we feel more confident who is in the room, this very virtual, enormous room. It would be nice to hear who is there. That's so cool. People are joining. Yay! Technology is amazing, isn't it? One minute more. One minute more. Just checking if I can see myself on Facebook page. That's so cool. Hi, Manu. Manuela is here. Welcome. So exciting. Great. It's 1 p.m. and today we are starting the New Now app series. So what is the New Now? Why we choose this name, the New Now? Well, you might guess it, right? Everything has changed thanks to COVID for the past year, and it's already 1 year. All things have changed. The way we are perceiving our home space has changed. The way we are perceiving our work space has changed. The way we do perceive ourselves has changed so much. So we really want to be by your side, experiencing this new now. So from today, we're going to start a series or episode around coaching and about how we can experience this new now from different perspectives. What are the tools and the skills that we can get, steal, and here and there in order to make sure we are shifting together with the reality. The reality is shifting from where it was before to where is now, and potentially who knows what will be ready for us in the future. But what is sure already right now is that we needed as human beings to change the gear in order to overcome, in order to be able to face it. All the challenges that we have been facing for the past year, in many aspects and areas of your life. So this is where I am, and I'm very enthusiastic of starting the series with you. That will be me alone, inviting some guests, inviting some of our coaches, and keep hearing about what is that we have that we can share together with you in order to make sure we progress and we grow as people all together for a new future. Amazing. So the content of today's session was about positive intelligence. I take a few minutes to introduce who is LEA Growing People, or what is better. For me, it's almost my third daughter, so it becomes a who, but what it is. So it's a training and coaching company that me and my husband, we have founded, putting together all the mentors and all the coaches that have helped us to reach where we are today, to face all the challenges that we had to face in the past. And we decided to make those experts available for all of you. So we want to target C-suite, executive, manager, business owner, and all the people that want to transform themselves, their family, and their big corporates into thriving ecosystem. So the new now is about ecosystems that are sustainable, ecosystems that are constantly evolving themselves with flexibility, with innovation, and this is where we want to help you get. So our coaches are spread out all over the world, from Hong Kong to Argentina. We speak 6 different languages, and all of us, we have past experience in multinational company or in very big education entities, public and private. So we are here today to help you shifting from the past to the new now, and of course to an amazing new future. Today we will be talking about our partnership with Positive Intelligence, what it is. People might have heard about it. The Shizard Shamain, who was the ex-CEO of Coaching Training Institute, who is a Stanford lecturer, which is the writer of the best-seller book, The Positive Intelligence that you see here, has been doing several research around around neuroscience, cognitive and positive psychologist, about performance science, and he was able to craft this mental fitness training that we have included in our coaching practice. Why? Because it's very, very user-friendly, it's very straightforward, it's very fast, it's very effective, and so far is the most effective things we have tried to reach a sustainable happiness in a short period of time. So we really wanted to have it, for our clients. And as building normal muscle required a consistent workout, and it's very funny because part of our team, we are Pilates instructor, Qigong instructor, Kung Fu masters, 4 Dan Karates instructor, basket coaches. So we all come from a past where we were working a lot on our physical body, on our body muscle. Now we have discovered that also the brain muscle need to be exercised, need to be trained with consistency, with a plan, with a strategy. Yeah. And this Positive Intelligence is going to be our best partner to help you get to a very trained mental fitness, mental muscle. So we're going to start together today discovering how we can train our muscle in the brain. The Positive Intelligence program will allow you to get a saboteur assessment. What are the saboteurs? You might have heard about it. People who had, any of you that already had a previous experience in coaching, they might have explored the saboteur already. And you might find, them funny as well as scary. They might have been, showing up in your life with different tips, different strategies, different skills, different tone of voice also, or different body posture. But Shizar Shaman, with this Positive Intelligence, was crafting a matrix which defined them in 9 particular saboteurs that, let's say, they are the biggest category, and maybe within those, each and any of those category, we can depict our specific proper inner saboteur, but we have 9 saboteurs, and through the assessment, you will be able to identify how they play a role in your life and towards which extent. If we are more judge, if we are more sticklers, if we are more hyperachiever, if we are more restless, if we are playing the victim, and in which percentage, in which level we do express them on daily basis, and how they influence our daily life. What we will be talking about today is what are the factors that contribute to our mental fitness. So I want to really give you that knowledge, and how mental fitness can bring you to sustainable happiness, to change your mindset and to boost your journey towards fulfillment. What is the outcome that I would love you to get out from this time we will spend together is be able to recognize your 3 mental fitness core muscle, at least to recognize, to know who they are, where they come in action, and be able to be a little bit more aware about them. And second of all, we really love you to give you some tips on how you can practice, some training to start some of those mental fitness training to endure your positive intelligence. Well, what is mental fitness? We already said something about it, but I want to say a little more. It's your capacity to respond to life's challenges with positive rather than negative mindset. So how many challenges have we faced lately? Yeah, so what would happen if we are experiencing them with a positive mindset? Has been proved that we will have a peak in our performance. We will find peace in our mind, in our body. We will achieve wellness. And we will have more healthier relationships, which is so important nowadays. So how we came to this, to this knowledge, it's because, as mentioned, there has been done so many researches with included 100 of CEOs worldwide, all the stands for students, a world-class athlete, more than 500,000 participants in more than 50 countries, and many, many families, many forums. And by putting together the positive psychology, the neuroscience, the cognitive psychology, and the performance science, Cesar Shaman has crafted the positive intelligence. Result of the factor analysis, the research they have been doing shows that there are 3 core muscles that are the root of the mental fitness. And I really now want you to narrow it down and go to the core. There are so many other things that might influence those aspects, but we are really entering in the secret recipe, in the core of it. The first muscle we want to really be aware of is the saboteur interceptor. The second one is the sage muscle. And the third one is the self-command. I'm going to repeat it because they are so important. The saboteur interceptor, the sage, and the self-command. What happened? We have discovered that the saboteur and the sage, they do live in different parts in our brain. This is what the research has shown. That the saboteur, they live in the left part of our brain. When the limbic system is, when the brainstem is. While the sage, it lives on the right part of your brain, close to the mid-prefrontal cortex, when the empathy circuitry are staying. It's very interesting. And The left part of our brain, where the saboteur lies, is when we are motivated to move forward, but through negative emotion, through fear, to stress, to guiltiness, to insecurity, to shame, to worries. We are still moving forward, we're still going ahead, but the driver is coming from negative emotion. Well, when we shift onto the right, the drive is going to be completely the opposite. They go through positive emotion, and they want to reach, and they perform through love, through empathy, through curiosity, creativity, to passion, purpose. And it's so different. Am I saying we are reaching to different results? No, I'm not saying that. Maybe we might reach to exactly the same results. But if we reach the results through following the saboteur journey with our left side of the brain, yes, we might generate success, but not happiness. While instead, if you will go through all that journey from this side, from this perspective, yes, we generate our success, and maybe a higher one, because we will be able to see something that we were not able to see coming from the other side, and it will be sustainable, and it will bring also happiness and stress release. So let's dig into the first muscle, which is the saboteur interceptor. There's a lot of stuff that gets in between us and the best expression of ourselves. A lot of stuff, a lot of doubts, a lot of limiting voice, a lot of blah, 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 blah in our head. This is when we get hit by this saboteur. And in order for you to make it more clear, I want to share a little bit of my story. Yeah. So if you have a look into my into LEA Growing People website, into my pages, you know that I'm specialized in marriage and parental coaching. I'm a mental fitness coach. I used to be a recruiter specialist for a big multinational company. I have a wonderful marriage that is going on for 19 years. I'm very happy about it. I think is my best achievement ever. I have been able to raise a gifted son, and I feel I can say I succeed in that together with my husband. And I value resilience, success, and I'm running this company because I want to enrich every family member, every team member, every business owner to have a big impact in their life, and consequently also in this full society. I want to, help balance family to stand up bold and make impact in the world. And I want to reduce all the limiting belief and transform all the unuseful behaviors in order to shift every conflict, every challenges into a gift and an opportunity. Well, this is now. This is where I reach. But do you think I always have had that clarity? Do you think that despite I'm all of that, I don't have my sabotaging voice going on all the time? Well, I can show you. This was my saboteur assessment when I did it the very first time 1 year ago. My victim was over the roof, and I spending a lot of energy, a lot of time by saying why I have had this difficult childhood, why I have been challenged in life with a difficult child, my own child, why I never felt I was seen, why, I had tried so hard to be noticed, to be important, and I never felt I was. Why I struggled so much to get some love here and there. Why me? Victim all the time. And I was continuing with this sterile behavior of asking why and playing that role. And then why I was getting into this, why. I realized that I wanted to control everything. Let me try to control everything in order to make sure people will love me, in order to make sure that people will see me, in order to be sure that I will be the best mom for my son, in order to be sure I will be, always present here and there, and control. And I always wanted the thing my own way, because I was thinking if the thing would have gone in a different direction, it would be a disaster, And in order to achieve that, could I rest? Never. I was always on the go, not sleeping, do this. And when I was still with the body, I had my head going all the time. I didn't know what peace was pausing, was just staying and think, meditate, perceive this was impossible. And I was trying to do all my best to please everybody, to say, please look how beautiful all the things that I've created. Please look at, what is that I can do for you? How can I be a better person in order for you to see me? And so far and so on. And I can continue, but then I discovered, through positive intelligence and through all the coaching hours I have been receiving as a client and not only as a coach, and through all the training that I've done, that staying in the negative emotion is like putting your hands on the hot stove in the kitchen and not remove it. It's just keeping the head there, feel you're getting burned, but not having the strength to remove the hands and stay, oh my goodness, I need to save my hands. I need to save myself. Negative emotion will keep you there. But if exactly we shift the same metaphor of having our hands on the hot stove, how long do we need to understand we're getting burned? 1 second. That is why your saboteur voice is there to tell you, hey, pay attention, there's a risk here. Yeah? So we want to understand what is the signal. We only want to get the signal to understand, wow, in this area, there might be a potential danger for me. Again, because this part of the brain, the left one, is our survival brain, the one that goes with instinct, the one that feel, that their life is in danger. So as soon as we get the signal that we need, it's time to move forward. It's time to get the signal, get rid of the negative emotion, the sabotaging voice, and being able to see things more clearly. So negative emotion are equal to saboteur. They become more intense the longer we stay with those voices, despite we got the message. You are getting burned. Remove your hands. So what about the second muscle then? If this is the first one, and through the practice, we will learn how to detect it. We will learn to understand, oh my goodness, I am in this saboteur. It's my victim that is talking with me. It's not Elena. It's my controller talking to me right now, taking action to me right now, overcoming on me right now, and not me, myself. What about the sage then? The sage, it lives in this part of the brain associated with positive emotion, with peace, calmness, with a clear-headed focus, with creativity, and with the capacity of seeing the big picture. It operates from the perspective that every outcome or circumstance can be turned into a gift and an opportunity. And then the third muscle is the self-command. And this is the trickiest. How can I, once that I have detected that I'm under my saboteur voice, how can I quickly shift from being here and see from a different perspective? Shift to the sage perspective. How can I shift from one to the other? And this is where we need to train our body to detect, shift, act, detect, shift, act, detect, shift, act differently. Yeah. So it's a practice. It's a practice that we will practice to the PQ rep, which are positive intelligence quotient repetition. They are exercise physically that we will perform through the breathing, through the sight, to the tactile, to the movement, to the sitting, to the tension and relaxation. They are physical exercise that we will perform as soon as we realize, we intercept the saboteur to say, wait a minute, I don't want to keep my hands on the hot stove. I want to shift from here to there immediately, straight away. The Positive Intelligence Program will help you practicing on those PQ rep. Will teach you how to detect, to intercept your saboteur voice, and will teach you how to develop those creative, curious, innovative, big picture, empathetic perspective in order to have an opportunity, in order to have a different perspective, in order to have a different outcome, in order to shift from where you used to be to where you have to go. So the system is very simple. Are you feeling a negative emotion? Stop. Take your hands away from the hot stove because you are in a saboteur mode. You do some PQ wrapping. Some PQ wrapping that could be by looking at detail, touching your fingers, or having a big breath. And you will learn so many more of this, and you will practice so many of this in order to activate your sage. And then assume your sage perspective. That every problem, every challenges can be converted. And once you've done this, you can create the gift, which is a conscious choice or what else that you can do instead of keeping your hand on the hot stove. So now you might have the question, is it really possible to shift from the saboteur to the sage response, even though challenges? Yes, it's possible, but as mentioned, it depends from how much is strong your mental muscle, how much you have trained it. And other questions, can I learn how to strengthen my mental muscle? And the answer is yes, you can. The program will help you to get there. So my suggestion is, please book your free trial now. Try really to have the best experience and get an idea of what is the program about. Have a session with me, a free session where I will guide you through your saboteur assessment. So you can already come into the session with me with your saboteur assessment in your hand, and we will go through that and already identify what are the saboteur that are playing a role into your life, and what is that we can do to get rid of them. We won't get rid of them completely, but we will learn how to intercept them and how to manage them. We will understand what is the goal that you can achieve throughout this program. The Positive Intelligence Program is starting the 1st of March. We are now preparing the group of maximum 6 people that will be in this journey. We will have 2 different groups, one's happening at 6:30 p.m., one happening at 8 p.m. Dubai time, every Monday for 8 weeks in a row. What will the program include? It will include 3 one-on-one coaching sessions. It will include 8 group calls, which are the one happening on Monday, which we will be calling the accountability group, where we together will take accountability on how we can move forward. It will include a daily gym practices, exercises, a daily focus in order to train your brain muscle. It will include 8 weekly a video session of 1 hour run by Shizar Shamain that will explain you why we're doing what we're doing. It will include a personal tracking records, a daily personal tracking record that will tell you how much your brain muscle is developing and growing and strengthening throughout the journey. So my suggestion is just book your free trial right now. You'll find the link here in the comments. Make sure that you get the chance to talk to me, go through your saboteur assessment, understand how this program can serve you. And if you're already convinced it will serve you, just please go in the link here attached in the comment and make sure you reserve your spot in the next accountability group. I'm super excited to start with this extra group. It's not the first time I've experienced this. I've been in this with newly graduated kids. I've been in this with husband and wife together. I've been in this with experienced coach, and all the time I've witnessed so great shifts. So if we want to be ready for the new now, this is definitely the way to go. And I'm saying that not because I'm the coach delivering it. I'm saying that because I have had myself, and I have seen my victim going from 8.9 to 3. And I see shift happening in my life. So thank you very much for the time you have spent with me. Please make sure you come up in the free session with me. We will explore your saboteur assessment, and we will see what is the sage power that you need the most to improve your new now. And thank you very much for being with me today. Keep commenting here below. Don't hesitate to connect with me and to ask any question you might have. I wish you a growing journey, and I hope to see you soon. This is everything from Elena. Bye.